Hello, my name is Chris Phillips, and welcome to Crispy Bombs, bite-sized bits to blow up your business. Well, today I am going to talk to you about blowing up your business. And I mean having a business that works without you there. I'm talking about a business that is an asset that could be sold maybe for 6 or 7 figures or be passed down to your heirs. So here's a question to consider. Why is it that only some businesses do more revenue per month or even per week than others do all year long? And why do some of us struggle living paycheck to paycheck just to get by? And if we get sick or we get injured, it's over. Um, how do you go from being self-employed to owning a business that's special that runs without you? Did you know that the difference really is not that much? And if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're actually probably working harder and more hours than the guy that has that so-called special business. Look, if you're self-employed, I'm not here to beat you up. And I got to tell you, for most of my life, I lived this way. But something happened to me when I turned 42. I was married, we had our first child, and so I started to look at my work, which I ran kind of at that time like a hobby, and I started to wonder, what are the possibilities here? So here's kind of what I found, and I did turn that into a business that we did sell for 6 figures, and that I was at the very end not working at all because I was running Street Bidder at the time. But it was paying me a lot of money, and it was a beautiful thing. So here's what I found. Number one, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you need to know a few good wheel makers. Uh, what I'm meaning here is, like, if all your friends and family that you associate, if they're working for other people, you need to seek out people that have what you want and go after them. But the great thing about this is you don't have to know these people, okay? You can just study their systems. You can go online, there's books, but understand what has set them apart. Um, and then you also need to have enough time to sit down and actually study these methods and implement and apply them into your own business, okay? Number two, you've got to determine if the journey is worth it, okay? You got to count the cost. If I told you, hey, for the next year, you've got to stop watching TV, you got to give up all sporting events, you got to give up all your fun time, no movies, hunting, fishing, bowling, whatever makes you happy, you got to give that up. Lay it down on the altar of self-employment the altar of success, and just kill it, okay? If I ask you that, the answer is going to be no, okay? But if I told you that at the end of that year, that you would come back to a business that made you at least $70,000 a year, and you only had to work maybe 10 hours a week if you wanted to, or less. Now, that's more like it. That's what I'm talking about here. So it's called counting the cost. Make sure that what you're sitting down to sacrifice for is worth it. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, it is well worth the fight. Okay. Number three, you have to have a radical change from the status quo. Okay. I can't tell you how many times in my life that I was, telling myself, this year is going to be different. I'm going to get better organized. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to, and it just went on. So the word repent means to do a complete 180. It means to walk in the other direction. And this is going to be the hardest thing for a lot of us to do. At least it was for me, because it feels so unnatural. But for many of us, what that means is you're going to have to get out of the truck. You're going to have to get off the ladder. You're going to have to let other people get in there, and you have to let them fail. So put down the squeegee, back away from the truck. Repent from your old self-employment ways, okay? Number four, you have to have a written plan, or you have to be following one that's already been developed that works. And get yourself an accountability partner. which really kind of loops me back to what number one was, and that's to find a good wheel maker. If you're like me, you're going to need somebody to be hard on you when you start to slack off. Somebody that you can trust enough that will, have the hard talks with you when things start getting dark, and they will. I really recommend paying somebody to do this. All the greatest achievers today, right now, they pay ungodly amounts of money for coaching and mentoring, and they have their own gurus, and there's a reason for it. It just works. And when you're paying for something, you take it a little bit more seriously. So I do recommend that. So with all that said, I want to invite you guys this Thursday night at 8 o'clock. My longtime friend and business partner, Josh Latimer, is going to be doing a webinar. And he's going to be teaching on some different business principles. I'll cover those right now. Number one, exactly how and why some businesses do more sales per month than some do all year long. And look, it has nothing to do with how smart you are or how much cash you have in your pocket. The other thing he's going to teach on is what the most important number for your business is and why most people miss it. And number three, even if you're broke, how to double, or sometimes in even some cases triple your business almost overnight. And he's going to give you proof on that, so it's not some conceptual thing. So now look, I want to be upfront with you on everything. Everything that I've talked to you today about has already been mapped out for you. Okay, we created a sales and marketing super course, and we're going to be selling this course on Thursday night. Now, there's going to be a lot of other great teaching as well. So even if you don't buy the course, it's going to be amazing. But the sales and marketing course is a college level course on wheel making. This course introduces you to the very best of the best in the home service industry. In fact, the combined annual revenue of the teachers in this course are over $50 million annually. So, this really could be the catalyst to change your direction in life, change your direction in your business. It'll give you a step-by-step written plan on how to blow up your business. To get registered, click the link below, and I hope to see you on Thursday night. Thanks, and God bless.